Hey guys, how you doing? I hope you're doing very good. In today's video, I'm going to be going over my personal belt setup. And if you are new to getting gear or accumulating gear, or you don't know where to start with a belt setup, I'm also going to be talking a little bit about that. So hopefully when you follow along, you're going to get some ideas or maybe some advice when I go over my belt setup. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, frijoles of all ages, this is Tactiquan, and I hope you enjoy the video. Sponsor me. What's up, dude? So belts, they hold up your pants, they help you carry more stuff, and if you grew up like me, your parents used it to make you look like a weird looking zebra crying in the corner. So when I went through trying to pick out for a belt, this is actually my third iteration of a battle belt or a tactical belt setup. My first one was a very cheap one that I got off of Amazon. I think it was like a condor type belt. Very limiting, not a lot of adjustability. Pretty much, I didn't know what I was doing. I thought I was following trends. I thought I knew what I was doing. Turns out I wasn't. My second iteration, I was still cheaping out on parts, components, and the belt itself until finally I got to this third iteration that we're gonna go over here in a bit. But if you are like one of those who are just starting out collecting gear or trying to save up for gear, the biggest advice I can give you is to save up at least something over $100, so that way you can get something that is mid-tier, so that way it's durable enough to get you through those growing pains and go through those different iterations. Now I know it's going to be a lot hard. I know you may look around the internet and a lot of people tell you to buy once, cry once, but if you are budget oriented, there's a lot of considerations into this belt setup that I will go over. All right, so without further ado, here is the belt. You've seen the belt in my videos constantly all the time because this is my only belt that I got at the moment. So we're gonna go one by one and talk about the actual belt itself and the accessories that are on there, where I got them from, why I chose to get it, and how it fits into my whole philosophy when putting gear together. A lot of you are gonna hate me, but there are some knockoff products on the belt itself.
Because you're fat and poor.
And some legit stuff. Now, nowadays, quality really depends on the name that's attached to the product than the product itself sometimes. So just keep in mind when buying gear, because even with the prices today, you're looking at belts that are just extremely expensive when they all do the same thing. So the belt itself is made from AWS Inc. This is their special operator belt. Now, this belt is very customizable, especially on their website. You can get it in almost every camo, and you could change the buckle. I think you can change the buckle, and they also have sections to where you can actually purchase add-ons with the belt to just get a whole belt set up, delivered to your door. I just got the belt itself. No extra add-ons because it did cost like about maybe just over $100. And this is the belt that I recommend because I've had it for about 3 years and it's been chugging along. It's got its frays, the Velcro is still holding on, and it's been a good belt to me. Keep in mind, I don't do any hardcore stuff. I just do a lot of going out and shooting on the range. And I just started getting into competition shooting, and I'm coming up on doing a 2-gun match. So hopefully I can get some footage for you guys. So this belt is a 2-piece belt system where there is an outer section and an inner section where you wear the inner belt through your belt loops and you put the outer belt right over. This design is pretty much what has been the standard. It's solid, it keeps everything nice and attached to your body, nice and close. There are other designs out there to if you want a different kind of belt setup, like if you want something load bearing that attaches to like a vest or to a chest rig, you can go with that. Or if you don't want to worry about the Velcro, you can get a war belt setup where it's like a pad of molly that goes around your waist with a buckle, and there's some anti-slip pads on the inside. Now I have actually replaced the inner belt with this blue alpha EDC belt that can also be used for range belts. I got it because the old one was starting to get frayed. The Velcro wasn't holding too well. So I swapped, got something else. I've been EDCing this for the longest. Sidebar again, I picked up this EDC belt from Arrowhead Tactical, and it came with their EDC joggers for concealed carry. So let me know if you want to see a video on that. But the blue alpha belt does hold up very good. It's stiff, it holds everything in place, and it incorporates well with the belt setup. Pros for this belt system, you're gonna have a solid lockup with the belt on your waist, and it's very small, very form factor-ish, and it's just feels pretty streamlined instead of having a giant war belt that bounces around and just flies all over the place. Cons, Velcro engagement. The more stuff you put on here, the more that the Velcro is going to start to struggle on, and then depending on how the way it's set up, and the more you use it, the more you take it on and off, starts to degrade the Velcro over time. Putting it on, if you miss the Velcro, it's gonna ride high, ride low, it's gonna be all wonky. So it usually takes a little bit longer to throw this on than it would to be just like a war belt setup that just you throw over and you're good to go. And then taking it off to like go to the bathroom or just go into the truck or to move around. It's just little, they're not big things, they're just little things. But you can definitely work around or just get used to it. Things I recommend that you should put on your belt. Number one is a sidearm. It's pretty much why everybody gets this. This is like the core of why people get a belt set up, is so they can get something to put their pistol on. Number two is medical. I got a tourniquet here and I have an IFAK on the back. And then three are any other supporting gear, pockets, pouches that you'll need for whatever you're planning to do. So starting with this pouch, this tourniquet holder, I believe this was just like $5-10 on Amazon. All it does is just a piece of elastic that holds on a tourniquet. I like to stage the tourniquet up in front, right where I need it, in case I do need it. If you do not know how to use a tourniquet, please just look for a YouTube video, practice on a friend, or have somebody who knows how to use it show you how to use it. Moving on. For the holster system, I, just like everybody else, have been using the Safariland QLS system. So what this allows you to do, has a buckle system, female buckle on the belt and a male buckle on the holster, and they just slide right in and they lock into place. There's one on here for my Glock. This holster's from Safariland. And then this one's for my CZ. This one's from T-Rex Arms. They come with it installed if you wanted to, and they just slide right into place whenever you want to switch out pistols for whatever reason. I like it because it's very simple. It's not convoluted. It's just a buckle to where if you want to switch to your competition setup, you switch to your competition holster. If you want to go to the range and practice preparedness stuff or just drills, you got that holster as well. Now the holster is riding on a North Concepts bootleg mount. This kind of thing that kind of irks me is that this is just a piece of coated aluminum with some fasteners and a bunch of holes drilled into it. And with most things nowadays, where things are marked up because they have a logo on it, like red dot mounts and risers and like holster attachments. I get it, they gotta run a business, they gotta make money somehow, and they gotta advertise it to special teams. But with this one, I read the reviews. Everybody who had it only had problems with the fasteners to attach the holster and all the other stuff like that. Seeing that there were no gripes or complaints about the actual system itself, I just used the extra fasteners that came with my Safariland kits and just put it on, and it's been working well. So I have reliable fasteners with a product that has good reviews, with the exception of the fasteners, so it evens it out. So that's one reason why I cheaped out on this. And it's been on here for about a year and a half, and I haven't seen any stress marks. I haven't seen any cracks on it. I mean, there are some dings on the edges from running around, throwing it in the back of the truck, falling on the ground, or just whatever, but it's been holding up very good. On the bottom, I have a T-Rex arms thigh strap. I just went ahead and just threaded it in at the bottom. I know there's attachment that goes on the end right here, but I just went ahead and just threaded it through like this. It's been giving me no problems. The only thing that I can see happening to it is as this moves around, the material is going to start to rub off. But it's just a thigh strap, so I could just always buy a new one. Moving on to the back. So the back, this is a, I think, Tacticon or some kind of reproduction of a Blue Alpha or Blue Force gear IFAK that goes on the small of my back all the way to the rear. But the actual refill and IFAK in it is actually from American Eagle. I think it's called American Eagle Tactical, American Eagle Medical. Well, the people who sell the real deal stuff. So there is real IFAK material in here, just wrapped up in something that it's enough. When it comes to medical, make sure that you know how to use the stuff that are in the medical pouch. So if you do not know how to use a decompression needle, either don't get one or keep some on the side to give to somebody who knows how to use it. If you don't know how to pack a wound, if you don't know how to treat, injuries, take a basic first aid class, see if your job offers it, I guess. Watch some YouTube, get educated, learn how to plug holes instead of make them. Moving on to the auxiliary side or the supporting side. Starting off, I have this, I forgot what company this is, but it is either another Blue Force gear or Blue Alpha, whatever, dump pouch. So it's just a sack that hangs on your side to put your drinks, put your snacks, put some loose ammo, put your mags in there, whatever you want. So this can roll up and go into this little pizza roll right here. And then when you're ready to dump in your pouch, you just grab this little tab, pull it out, and you're good to go. Moving on to the rifle magazine pouch. This is a Defense Mechanisms magazine pouch. I ordered a couple to put on my last plate carrier, but I ended up switching to a different system. So I had a bunch of these hanging out, so I just threw it on top of there. It's got a hole, it's got a pass through, so if you want to attach more stuff to it, you can. The elastic is very sturdy. With some practice, you can index a magazine right in there. It holds it fairly tight, even without a secondary retention. Still doesn't fall out. If you're one of the weirdos out there like me, it can fit a 5.56 or a 5.45 AK magazine. But once you get anything bigger than that, like the 7.62x39s, AK mags, or the AR-10 mags, this is not gonna fit. For the pistol magazine pouches, I have S-Tac, the people who made the Kiwis, they're angled ones right there. I just swapped these out. The ones I was using previous were just the Kiwis, the two Kiwis that go straight up. I didn't like how whenever I bent down or moved around, the magazines were always jabbing me in the side. Then a friend recommended, hey, just get some angled ones. That's gonna fix your problems. So this is pretty much the angled. It's just for comfort. It's not for speed. It's not for aesthetics. It's not for getting in and out of vehicles easy, because I don't do any of that cool stuff. It's purely just for comfort. and I'm okay with that. Your D-ring at the front with your Cobra buckle. Obviously, I'm not jumping out of airplanes. I'm not riding aerial vehicles. I'm not doing all that super cool high speed stuff. So this is pretty much just for looks. The D-ring is for hanging a set of gloves and for just other stuff I want to hang on there, like glow sticks or like a towel. Speaking of gloves, I just started using these Victos gloves. They've been doing great for me. They're nice and thin. They got some good grip on it, and they keep your hands protected whenever you go shoot a lot. Now, if I were to change anything about this belt setup right now, the rifle mag pouch for something that's more universal, so that way I can hold bigger magazines if I wanted to, or just more stuff, or like a water bottle or things like that. I've been really eyeing the first Spear Universal BOA system mag carrier or mag pouch. So that's something that I'm interested in getting. I would want to move some things closer and around. Like I'll probably move this over another slot so I can move everything else over. So I could put like a general pouch on the side for like snacks, ammo, notepads, batteries, and other things like that. For those of you who are new to this and trying to put it together, best rule of thumb is to keep your holster area as clear as possible. So when you do grab your gun, it's not knocking on everything else, but it's not bumping into everything else. So yeah, that is the belt setup. Like I said, this is pretty much generic. It's probably what, like 80%. This is probably what 90% of people are running on the range or to LARP right now. It's just, you have your medical, you have your holster system, you got your magazines, and you got something to store something in. And then you got some extra storage. Just like everything else, it's really going to depend on your needs, your wants, and how you are going to do it pretty much. I'm no tactical guru, I'm no Garantham, retired SEAL or whatever. I'm just a dude who really likes tactical gear and guns. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, frijoles of all ages, this is going to conclude my video on my belt setup. If you have friends that have been into gear for a while, ask them if they have any belt parts in their nylon bin, and if they say no, they are lying. So let me know down in the comments, what do you think about the belt? Is there anything I should change on the belt? Are there any recommendations you would give to anybody who is putting a belt setup together? But other than that, thank you for watching the video all the way through. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next video.